NNRG.
Well, this is familiar territory. It looks like we're taking another look at Masters of the Universe, the movie, the game, which we're going to start up now because we know what to expect here, since this was what we covered last week. But last week, I didn't discover until the very end that I was missing a key feature of the game in order to understand it properly. Because, let's face it, that map system it had in place was, I mean, it makes sense now, but it was weird to try to comprehend, and I had multiple missteps along the way, which I never really brought up in the video. Like, it wasn't just me, like, giving up or something. It was like, I spent a solid amount of time just trying to figure out that map system, until finally pressing spacebar and realizing, oh, there is a map, now I can figure it out. So, now that we have the map figured out, let's give this a more honest attempt. Because having the map figured out should have been something in the original video, and it wasn't. So that's why we're here again. And also because everybody voted for me to give it another shot, so there you go. So let's get started here. So now we know how this works. We know that when we go this way, we haven't actually gone to a new screen yet. What we've done, if we look at the map, by pushing spacebar, is we're still in that corner. Like, it's showing both our starting position and the corner we're in. But when we went to the left there, we simply turned the direction of the map. So yeah, now that we have this map to go on here, it should be a lot easier to figure out where we should be going. So we go up this street here. We see we're at this intersection here. So we know that to the left is actually going to be well, again, if we go left or right, we're simply turning the screen. So let's say we want to go to, where do we want to go to? I forget what the first place we're supposed to go to is, but for sake of argument, let's see if we can make our way to that sort of prong in the top near the right side. I'll put a little arrow on it over the video to point out where I'm talking about. Let's see if we can get over there. So let's go back into it. Gonna have to turn, and so we've turned, and now I believe the way this is going to work is if we move up, we should be moving to the right. So let's just confirm that. Let's go up a little here, and if we did this correctly, we should see in a moment. Oh, this is a very long stretch, isn't it? Okay, we're at that intersection there. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to turn this way, and now, if we go up, we're actually going up. Okay, so we're getting our first message here. So we're being told that they're picking up signals from, signals from returning equipment at the scrapyard. So the scrapyard is where we want to head. So the question is the scrapyard up here, or do we have to go elsewhere? Because this is a dead end up here. So is it the scrapyard up here? No, this is something else entirely. Okay, so let's take a look at our map again. Now, one thing I find curious is that the map sort of goes off-screen in that top corner there. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on up there. And let's also see if we can get there without having to consult the map constantly. So we go down the intersection. And now, ooh, got a sword, so that refills our health. And then we want to go up this way. Now, is the map actually going to update in such a way? Like, is it actually going to move, is my question. No, we're just sort of like off-screen partially. That's kind of weird. Okay, so what's up in this section here? It's going to be a dead end, and it's just a dead end. Okay, so there's nothing up here to worry about, so let's backtrack a bit here. Okay, so a part of me is thinking that that little section there, which I'm going to point out right now on the map, is probably where the graveyard is? Maybe? Might not be. But for some reason, I just have this sneaking suspicion that that's where they might put it. But I could be wrong about that. So I think instead, I'm going to go down to the bottom right corner of the map. Because there's a lot of dead ends to check there. And my guess would be that if there's going to be a scrapyard somewhere, it might be down there. Oh, and look at that. We already found one of these cords that we need. So now that we actually know how to navigate this map to some degree, we're probably going to find more of those chords. Also, I was told the Masters of the Universe movie doesn't actually have anything to do with music, just that a musical instrument is involved in some manner. And that's probably why I was getting confused on that last time. Again, I've never seen the movie, but, you know, it was in the 80s, wasn't it? Either way, it's a movie that I probably should see at some point, just so that I can suffer along with everybody else who did. Actually, let's go all the way down first, so that we're saving ourselves some intersections here. Yeah, isn't this like... Yeah, this is off the map entirely. That's weird. It's like the map doesn't fit on the screen? Oh wait, take a closer look. My player marker is on top of the timer. Whoa. Okay. I got a sneaking suspicion this map wasn't finished properly. Cause, yeah, that's kind of a strange place for my player marker to end up. Anyways, let's back up here and see if there's anything to find along that other street section, like this intersection here. Are we gonna see anything? Let's go down first. Probably gonna be a dead end. It is. And let's go up. It's probably gonna be a dead end. And, oh, this is the scrapyard. Okay, we actually got somewhere. We enter the scrapyard. And it's now a completely different game. Okay, now I'm glad I went back to this. Because now we got some kind of strange fighting game? Oh, what is with these controls? Okay. Okay, well, I'm about to beat this guy anyways. Oh no, wait, he's got like... Whoa, he's got multiple health bars? Wait a minute. Is this like the first game ever where not just the player gets extra lives, but the bosses get extra lives too? What game does that? Like this boss just lost another life. This boss has extra lives. What kind of game does that? Gives the boss extra lives. I know, the funny thing is, I'm earning so many points, I'm gaining a ton of lives in the process. And yeah, these fighting controls are really dumb. Oh, we also have another fight here. Interesting, so it's not just the one guy. But now we gotta fight this guy. This guy's got like a ranged attack. Yeah, you stop throwing that stuff. That's not... You shouldn't have a ranged attack when I don't. Okay, so the way these controls work is that if you're not holding the fire button down, you just move. But if you're holding the fire button down, certain directions on the control stick will now give you punches and kicks, or a ducking maneuver. But the ducking maneuver just doesn't seem to really help much. All you do is that. So, okay, one more attack should do it. And there we go. And we get a chord for that. Okay, so it looks like the name of the game is to get the chords. So, great fight, He-Man. Sorry I couldn't stay and join in the fun. Gwildor picked up signals from the key. They're coming from the graveyard. Okay, so now we have to go to the graveyard. Now that's interesting. The last time around, because we were taking so long to find anything, we actually never had to go to the graveyard. But this time it looks like we're going to have to. So the question is, where's the graveyard? Okay, so I'm thinking I want to still check out these dead ends anyways. So I think this way down here isn't necessarily going to be a dead end. Or actually it is, never mind. Okay, so let's go up this way, turn around, and then I believe we want to go... Yeah, I want to go to the left. Or, no. We've turned, so now we want to go down. Again, once you know how this works, it's still hard to get used to. I think this is the graveyard No, that's just... Darn, I thought the graveyard was going to be there, but it really isn't. In fact, I probably... Oh, wait. He-Man, no sign of the key at the Oh! She already went to the graveyard. So yeah, this is the message we got before. Tracing the key to an electronics shop called Charlie's. But we haven't seen any... Even back when I was playing this the first time, we didn't really see any stores with signs on them. So that dead end I was thinking about was down here. No, just a sword in the walls that I couldn't grab. So... I'm not sure where to go this time. Because clearly the graveyard's not the right place, but then why is the graveyard even in here if you never actually need to go to it? Unless there's like a random chance that maybe sometimes you will have to. Oh, hang on, I just noticed something very interesting. I'm gonna try to get this sword first. I can't get the sword. Well, that was annoying. Can I get this sword? Yes, I can get this sword. Okay, so I'm gonna switch screens here. Some enemies are gonna spawn. I'm gonna hit spacebar. Okay. Now go out of here. The enemies disappear. If you bring up the map, it cancels out the enemies. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's the kind of glitch you wouldn't expect to find. Oh wait, we found Charlie's. Okay, so we're gonna have another battle? No. He-Man, thank goodness you're here. There's serious trouble brewing. Gwildor says he saw Skeletor's Doom Patrol coming through a huge portal. He said they've got enough weapons for a small war. Oh, He-Man's actually talking. Oh no, that means Skeletor must have a fix on the key and will be here any moment. We must prepare. Okay, He-Man, remember, all eternity, whatever. Oh, now we have a shooter. Do we have, like, limited ammo? I don't know how this is working. Oh, it's simply tracking how many targets we hit. But, like, are we trying to hit everyone? Like, what about these guys? Oh, they take shots as well. Okay, so there's no innocence here. We want to shoot everyone. By the way, controls here are very... like, they're very loose, and it's very difficult to... There's so much going on that it's really hard on your thumbs. Or your fingers or whatever. Okay, well we managed to outlast that, but I had to really go at it. Evil Lynn has the key. She stole it from Julie. We've made our escape and are in hot pursuit. I suggest you get out of there, He-Man. Okay, so we don't need to be at the store anymore. We lost a lot of lives in that segment, but, like, I mean, we did get a cord for it, so... You know, I do find it interesting that this map isn't really as big as it seems, and yet I never found Charlie's in my entire hour worth of playing this game last time. Whew, boy. So... yeah, I'm not sure where we're going to be going next. If I remember correctly, there's like a rooftop section. Now, I haven't found the way up to the rooftops yet, so I'm going to keep looking around and see what we can find. Okay, that's strange. If you take a look at my current position on the map, it's going to look like there should be some stuff above me. But there's not. It's just... Wait a minute. I hit spacebar, I go to the map, I go back, and now I'm stuck. What? I can't move. I can turn and shoot, but that's it. Okay, so a part of me feels like that maybe this is a glitch. That maybe the wrong map segment got put here by, like, some sort of bit error when whoever cracked this copy put it together or something, because I can't move. Like, this is normally a wall that you can't get past, but when I went to the map screen to demonstrate this and came back, I was just stuck in the wall all of a sudden. Okay, so I guess I'm kinda screwed? I'm trying to decide if it's gonna be faster to reboot the game or wait to die. Okay, so mental note, don't open the map screen in that one section. I just have to hope that there isn't a cord down there that we need to find, because then we might be totally screwed from beating this thing. Unless I found like another copy of it or something. I'm gonna take a quick look online to see if I can find a map for this game, just to make sure that that one section we can't legitimately access doesn't have anything there that we really need. Okay, so I found a map of the game online, and it turns out that no, we don't have to go down the glitched alley. So we can totally avoid that area, which means maybe it was even that way in legitimate copies of the game. Because from what I understand, this game was not totally finished when it was pushed out the door. So it's very possible that that glitch is like part of the game, but I don't know that for a fact. But yeah, the funny thing is the map I found online actually shows the most optimal route to go to get all of the chords. And the funny thing is we were kind of following the optimal route without even expecting to. We just missed one chord because there's a little detour you have to take right near the start to get one of the chords that's normally out of the way. But other than that detour, we were like following the correct path to get everything like on the first go, which is coincidental to say the least. But anyways, we're too deep into this now. Let's actually beat this thing. So take 2, and this time we're not going to get stuck in that crazy dead end place. And this time I actually know where all the chords are. Like, I mean, theoretically I shouldn't be looking that stuff up, but the thing is I wanted to make sure that we weren't totally glitched out. And the reality is you get 4 of the chords just from fights. So the other 4 are just lying around, and we would have found most of them anyways. So anyways, to get the first chord, we first have to go up this way, and then we're going to reach the graveyard section. Right, so we want to turn here, and then we're going to go up again. Now this is where it gets a little confusing because we are in the graveyard, but where we actually want to go back a bit here because it went too far. And then we want to turn here, go up again, and then there should be another place to turn up here. I'm going to take this turn right here, and then we're going to go down. We're going to get our message about where we need to go. We want to keep going down because the chord should be down here somewhere. And there it is. Okay, so we got our first chord. Let's go back the way we came, and then go do the normal... Go do basically everything we just did a second time. Because everything from... Once we get out of the graveyard, everything we already did is basically what we should be doing for the first part. So we're going to have that whole fight sequence again here with the enemies that get extra lives, because that's fair. Well, actually, to be fair, I got 6 extra lives here, and I'm going to get a whole bunch more because you get a lot of points in this fight. And you get extra lives really easily from points. Oh, wait, that was... What just happened there? I got like a whole ton of points while my health was decreasing like crazy because the game wasn't able to handle me being on the right side of the enemy. Holy jeez, it's like this game is showing more and more signs that it wasn't ready when it was released. Like, these seem like glitches that should have been fixed before bringing the game out onto store shelves, but no, it looks like this thing was released before it was ready. So yeah, even though we haven't seen the message yet to go to Charlie's, that is the next place we have to go, and there's no chords on the way to that place, so might as well just head for it straight, and then once the message comes in, we'll be already there and prepared to go inside. Yeah, it won't let us in yet, so we gotta wait for that message, so we're actually going faster than the game intended, really. So, well, I mean, just gonna fight some enemies, get some points. Seems like the only thing to do until we finally get the message in about going to Charlie's. Okay, so at 6 minutes 30 seconds left, we get the message to go into Charlie's. So we're already here, let's go inside. Okay, this time He-Man's got his lower torso. Like, that's something I didn't comment on last time, but last time was like, He-Man's lower torso was missing, like his legs and everything, but this time he's got them. So, I don't know what went wrong there. Also, the game's clearly giving you too many... Clearly gives you too many guys to shoot all at a time. Because they move in and out really quickly. And like, you don't really know which ones are going to shoot. Like, if there was some kind of indicator as to which ones would shoot and which wouldn't, then you could at least prioritize your shots. But then sometimes they also take shots, like, instantly when they show up. So it's like, this seems totally random. You're just gonna burn lives here one way or another, so if you don't have enough extra lives to see it through, you're toast. So the funny thing is, we're actually not that far off from where the 5th chord is. So, near the section where we got soft-locked the last time, we want to go all the way down to get to that bottom section there, and then that's where we're gonna find the 5th chord. So let's go through the intersection and head down. And is that gonna... Yep, that's gonna be the cord. Okay. So the next thing to do is to wrap around and head up to near where we started. Well, but not exactly where we started. So for the moment, we're heading north again, I believe. If I've got my directions straight, we're heading north, and we want to go all the way up until now. We're going to turn, we're going to head down, because now down is west, because that makes sense. And as we head down this way, we're going to reach a sort of, well, we got to go through some curves first, but we're going to eventually reach an intersection. Not this one. In fact, I think this one, yeah, we want to turn directions and then go to the west, so down again. And now, the next intersection coming up should be where the next chord is. If we head up this way, yep. Okay, so we've got 6 of the chords, and apparently the last 2 are from the last fight. So, now that we've got all the chords we pretty much can, let's just get to where the last fight's supposed to be and prepare for it. And I think, yep, there's the ladder. So, we're at where we need to be, but now we've got to kill like 2 full minutes before the message comes in to go to the rooftops. I mean, I could try going up. Nope, it won't let me go up there until the message comes in. The only trouble is I've noticed these enemies I'm fighting are worth a paltry amount of points. So it's like, it's almost not even worth the effort. But then what else am I going to do? I got to wait another minute 40. And these minutes are actually, they're counting down slower than real minutes. The simple fact is that this game is very hard on your hands. My finger is aching on my D-pad for my controller here. And I mean, maybe if I was using a Commodore 64 joystick, like a proper one, maybe it would be a little better. I kind of don't think so, because I remember having similar issues with playing certain Atari 2600 games for too long. And because I own a real 2600 with proper joysticks, like, I know what it's like to use them, and I know the C64 joystick is not much different. Okay, at 4 minutes, the message is finally coming in to go to the rooftops. So let's go to the rooftops. You climb to the rooftop and find a disc. Whoa. Okay. But now where do I go? Oh wait, we're only allowed to go up and down at this point. And we're not allowed to go up any further. So I guess maybe we have to go down? This is kind of weird. Oh, but we're not allowed to go all the way down either. Okay, so is this just a battle section? Are we just trying to do as much damage as possible? Okay, so we got a transition here. Who's this? Land your disc, He-Man. I have your friends. Give yourself up, or they will die. Wait, is that Skeletor? That doesn't look anything like Skeletor. Okay, so where am I supposed to land then? Do I land back on the roof? Well, you land your disc and face Skeletor. Was that Skeletor? Okay. Oh wait, here we go. Ha ha ha, I have your friends and the key. It's all over. I've won. You're finished, He-Man. Soon I will... I can't... Should I do Skeletor's voice here? Soon I will rule all Eternia, and you will bow down to me. Never, I would die before bowing to you. But would you have your friends die, He-Man? I think not. Give yourself up and give up your futile quest to beat me. The choice is yours. The fate of your friends rests with you. Choose. 1, come quietly, or 2, stand and fight. Really? 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 You're going to have multiple endings in this game of all games? Well, you know what it's gotta be. It's gotta be stand and fight. A grave error, He-Man. Your friends are put to death, and you are cast into slavery. So begins a new dark era that spans across all Eternia, throwing it into turmoil and barbar... What? What? The correct choice is to actually side with Skeletor? Who made this game? But guess what, Skeletor? I'm playing on an emulator, and I knew ahead of time that I should save a little save state of this particular screen, just in case you pulled some kind of BS like that. So yes, I will come quietly, despite the fact that that's clearly the stupid thing to do here. Anyways, your friends, a wise decision, He-Man. Your friends are spared and you are taken off to Castle Grayskull, bound in chains but still defiant. As you have all the cords, your friends are able to open a portal and follow you back to Eternia. In the confusion surrounding their arrival, you escape and face Skeletor in mortal combat. Okay, we actually have a final boss battle. And it's against Anubis. What? Okay, so I think maybe we're gonna have to, like, knock him off the edge here. Whoa, 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 what's going... Whoa, whoa. What? Okay, yeah, it looks like what you're supposed to do is, like, push to the edge, but he got me in a loop. I couldn't do anything. Okay, take two. At least I know what that dodge move is for now. So, dodge the fire... Okay, you gotta time it better than that, but... Yeah, and so we want to punch. Dodge the fireballs. Because notice we move a little bit forward each time we punch. Yeah, we just gotta keep punching except when he's about to attack like that, and then dodge. But the dodging does take some timing. Otherwise you get hit by it. Okay, and it looks like if you try to punch him while he's flashing, you take damage. So that's good to know. Okay, we almost got him. Almost got him. Almost got him. Come on. There he goes. We get an above camera view of him falling in the pit. Congratulations, He-Man. You have rescued the sorceress and laid waste the foul minions of Skeletor. This is a great day for all Eternians. Skeletor is defeated and you are Master of the Universe. Did Skeletor really look like some sort of Egyptian pharaoh in the movie? Like, really? Okay, so that was a more proper look at Masters of the Universe, the movie, the game for Commodore 64. And now that I have played through the thing properly, I'm a little worried that maybe my initial estimation of the game was too generous. This game is a mess. I mean, you've got a battle system that has no strategy to it whatsoever. You've got a shootout section, which is hard on your fingers and has what looks to be both civilians and Skeletor's henchmen, both of whom are dangerous and don't have any sort of timing or tells or anything. It's just about burning through lives while you burn shots and your thumb down to its bare bone trying to finish it. And then you do some kind of flying on a disc thing, which doesn't seem to matter. And then before you even fight the final boss, the choice you make is like the dumbest decision ever, and it could end your game then and there. Also, why does Skeletor look like an Egyptian pharaoh? Skeletor is not an Egyptian pharaoh. He didn't even look right in the thing beforehand. Okay, and I guess the other point to mention too, though, again, is that I have never seen the Masters of the Universe movie. From what I understand, it is trash. So maybe some of this was actually from the movie. I'm going to guess Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe movie probably looks like that. And it's still a dumb idea. But, like, that's where we ended up here. We have a game based on a movie that bombed. And the game... is not much better. But I mean, to be fair, the game is more playable than a lot of Commodore 64 games. Or actually, let me rephrase that. The game is more playable than a lot of movie-based games. This is a movie-based game. Let's not kid ourselves here. So the fact that I was able to beat it on my second attempt, once I knew how the map was working. So, I mean... yeah, this is something that definitely could be played through by someone. It's just, there's so many weird things going on with it, and it has an unfinished feel to it. So, even though it's not a terrible game, it's a game that could have been better if the devs cared more about it. But, I guess for a Masters of the Universe movie which tanked, I guess there's only so much care you can give to the game, right?